It's all good.
Yeah, I'm good.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my headphones on, but you can start. I'm rolling.
All right. Well, Richard, I guess what led to you being in homelessness?
What actually led to me in homelessness was in 2010 of, I think it was Memorial Day. I found my fiance of 13 years deceased.
Okay.
I didn't handle that properly, and I spent the next 4 years working. I moved to Fort Myers. I was living in Broward County. I moved to Fort Myers. Got into another relationship way too soon. Started drinking, and just everything just went downhill. I don't think I handled it. Come to find out now that I didn't really handle the grieving process. I never allowed myself time to grieve. So then I ended up, 4 years later, I ended up at the Miami VA. And they put me in transitional housing in Overtown. But it wasn't a very good situation.
Did you have a job leading to this? Were you employed
I did have a job, then I lost my job.
because of the drinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, it wasn't anything that happened on the job. It's just that I got in trouble outside the job,
Yeah.
and suffered the repercussions of that.
And so you were in Miami. You were in transitional housing.
Right.
And then what happens?
Then what happens is I went from their transitional housing to the Salvation Army. I stayed at the Salvation Army. It was very, very bad down there. I started drinking again, which led to other things again. And finally, I found myself on the street, homeless. I woke up one morning in an abandoned building. Luckily, I still had my phone. I called my daughter, who lives in Palm Beach County, and I said, "Meet me at the Tri-Rail station in Lake Worth."
How long were you homeless on the streets?
I was a few weeks. Long enough.
And what were you doing at that time? Describe homeless for you. You were literally on the streets?
Literally living on the streets, on the bus bench by the Tri-Rail station. It's something I'd never experienced in my whole life.
In your employment before you ended up in the homelessness, like what were you doing before? Sorry.
I'm a licensed water and wastewater treatment
So you
operator.
were working for a utility or something like that before?
Most of my career was in Broward County.
Uh-huh. And doing what?
Water treatment. I've
Water
been a licensed water treatment operator for 30 years.
Okay, so you're working in public works as your...
I was working at that time. I was working in on the west coast of Florida.
Okay, but in water utilities.
Oh yeah, always,
Got it.
always. That's been my saving grace. I'm good at it.
So did you have any higher education after high school? Or?
I have just short of a 2-year degree of an associate's in management, in hotel and restaurant management.
So this is all new to you then. You're got nowhere to go. You're on the streets.
Yeah.
What is going through your mind?
Depression, fear, anxiety. The bottom of the bottom of the bottom. Someplace I've never been, and I never wish on anybody.
And so, what happened, and what enabled you to get out of that cycle of homelessness?
What enabled me to get out of that? I came to Palm Beach County. Okay, I came to Lake Worth. My daughter brought me to the VA Medical Center. Okay, I spent 5 days in their detox unit, and the guy told me that they couldn't find a place for me, but through the Homeless Coalition, Faith, Love, Hope charities, they told me that the guy came in. One of the social workers came in and said, angels must be looking down upon you because we got you a place to stay at Stand Down, which I knew nothing about at the time, which which through the county, and they all work together. The VA, the county, Stand Faith Love Hope. They provided me with a place to stay, with food. They helped me to get my CEUs, to get my wastewater license, water license back in order, to get my driver's license back in order. And in the interim, I was doing alarms and cameras with my brother-in-law. They bought all my tools for that. After staying there a year, I got HUD-VASH, which they got me an apartment, which I was paying very little for, but then immediately I got a job with the town of Lantana as a water treatment operator. Then I was offered a better opportunity for the county, for Palm Beach County, and I've been with them for about 2 years. I was with Lantana for a year. And
what is your title at the county?
I'm a water treatment operator 1, yes.
So here you are, you have a career before this happened, you had up to an associate's degree, you had a good paying job. You know, the focus of a lot of what we're trying to do here is to show the misconceptions of homelessness, right? And so you don't fit the bill, the typical bill. You've actually had you've had a career, and now you're back in it. So what do you say about that? And what do you say to people who have this perceived notion about homeless people?
Anybody can be homeless. Most people are 2 weeks from being homeless. The person wants to lose their job. One thing we learned and we were taught, we had a financial planner actually come in and teach us a class, which now I have a savings account. But most people, and even me at that time, not now, I mean, I'm good for a couple months if something was to happen, because I was taught that. But most people are a couple weeks, especially with kids. My kids are grown now. You have children and families, and if you lose your job, and I got a good paying job. Most people are making, $12 or less an hour, and having to work 2 jobs to even make ends meet. Both parents having to work. It's anybody could be. It's like homelessness to me is like alcoholism, drug addiction, or anything else. It has no prejudice. It could happen to anybody. If you have a ton of money, you just got that much more money to lose.
And did you think it would ever happen to you?
No. But in a heartbeat, it did.
Do you think it could happen again?
Absolutely. Yeah. If I choose to let it. I mean, that's a conscious. What I've learned, that's a choice now. That's a choice that I'll make. And I see it every day. I saw it this morning. I was thinking about when I was coming here. I stopped at Wawa, and I stop at Wawa often on Congress and Lake Worth. And I see the homeless people, and I say, but for the grace of God, there go I. I see a guy walking down the street, it's in front of me every day. It scares me to death. I have a healthy fear of ever drinking. The things I've got to do in the last 4 years, I walk my daughter down the aisle, okay, at Bethesda by the Sea. I got a great job. I have 2 beautiful grandchildren. I just had another one. My daughter is moving to Japan tomorrow for a job. Mm-hmm. She makes video games.
You have your sobriety too. How long have you been sober?
4 years. It'll be 4 years January.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So what message do you want to leave to people as they see this video about the misconceptions of the homeless? What is it that you would like to say?
What I would like to say is everybody in the world is somebody's somebody. It's somebody's brother, it's somebody's sister, it's somebody's mother, it's somebody's father, it's somebody. Everybody's a human being. God made everybody unique and special in their own way. Don't ever look down on nobody. That's what it taught me. To be humble and kind and to never, ever frown on anybody.
Because?
But for the grace of God, there go I.
It can happen to?
Anyone.
Can you say that? Like, why? Because again?
Why?
Yeah.
Just say it in complete sentence.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
But for the grace of God, there go I, or what?
No, I'm saying like
it can happen.
It can happen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you can say that, because it can happen to anyone. So I was asking you, like,
if homelessness can happen to me, which I have a 30-year career in water treatment, life was great. It can happen to anybody.
Great.
Good.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.